Welcome back to Barbershop Talking Randomish. I am your master barber, Rick Kane. I got my boy in seat number 1, Mr. Scapolosius himself. What's good with you, my brother?
Oh, I'm good, man. Just really ready to get on with Mr. Controversy.
Mr. Controversy.
I heard a lot about him.
Is you with me?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Hey, that was good with you, my brother.
Ready for some football, man. Ready for boot camp, football, college and NFL.
Yes, sir. And we finna talk about it. But before we talk about it, I'm gonna get a little mushy right quick. Me and Rapheal go back. He has a show. It's called 3 Point Conversion. Well, I met him at the radio station that I was working at. On Saturdays, he'd come in and do his show. And every now and then, he let your boy get on the mic. And well, at first, when I met him, I was actually working the boards on this show. And if you know anything about Rocky's show, he got a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving pieces. And hey, and I was able to do my thing. But then my boy G came in and took it to the next level, which what it's supposed to have. But Rapheal was always consistent. He always there on time, and he was doing his thing. He started doing the Hawks games. I remember him doing the college games, and then one day, hey man, I got the Super Bowl. So he done been on Radio Row doing his thing. I said that all to say this. Y'all know my story. September 30th, 2021, I tried to commit suicide. Rapheal was one of the brothers that checked on me, boy. Mm-hmm. I never forget, I thought I was right. I went through everything. Mm-hmm. It was a day in February, a Friday. I was going to start back up at the radio station, and I was going to try to do Talking Randomish later on that night. But when I walked in, I had a very bad mental health moment. Finally got myself together, was able to make it through. But later on, I ended up in a parking lot, just driving around in circles. I remember calling Lee, trying to get Lee to help me. Lee did all he could do. We talked, but I was just driving in circles for about 3-4 hours. And eventually, somehow we
leave out one part.
What's that?
That's the day I remember that day vividly. Did I not take you over there or took you to your car somewhere and I thought you were gonna be at the radio station? And then you called back. I remember you called back and said like I ain't even going to the radio station. You were across the street in that same the parking lot.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I took you
no,
to. I don't know if I took you to the house. Well, no. I thought because I was up there then. No, I wasn't. You're right.
You was just on the phone.
Yeah.
And you kept. I mean.
I remember that though.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And so that night came, and
dang,
I was supposed to start. I was supposed to be at the station, and Rapheal called me, and just wanted to know how I was doing, how was I, and I told him I was not in a good place. I was actually scared, sitting in Kroger's, didn't know what to do, and Rapheal just talked to me. Well, actually, he just listened because I don't know if he knew what to say or what, but one thing he did tell me was, I know the night didn't work out for you, but how about we do this next time? How about instead of you just trying to run back and do your show, come do a guest spot on my show. Get your feedback with it. Start off slow, and he just listened to me, and he don't know. Well, we had this conversation, but I wanted to have it on air to let the world know that it's okay to be vulnerable with your boy. Because that day, he did wonders for me. He allowed me to just be until somebody was able to come get me and to get me to where I needed to be. And Raphael, I want to thank you for that moment, because I don't know where I would have ended up had I not been talking to you, had you not listened to me, had you not extended that olive branch so that when I was ready to do your show, you allowed me to come in and sit down and sit in the corner and do the show. And I want to thank you. And I want people to know that don't know that you are that type of guy. And I thank you for being that type of guy for me.
You know, what year was that again? Was that 20?
It was 22. It was February 22. Yeah.
So, the funny thing is, that was the Friday before I was leaving to go to LA for the Super Bowl. Actually, I was on my way to the radio station. So someone just told me to call you. Call Rick, see how you doing. And then that's when you told me what happened. It was just like, wow. Like you said, I just listened, you know. And someone just told me, don't say anything. Let him. That's probably what he needs, because, you know, most times when people going through, sometimes, you know, somebody just need to let it out, you know. And a lot of times, man, we don't do that, you know. Man, we don't like to say we vent, you know what I'm saying? That's where we come from, you know.
Right.
But I could just tell when you were talking, I said, you know what, let me just listen. Because more than likely, you probably talk to some people try to tell you, well, don't do it, Rick, or do this, I just let you have it, man. Let it out, and you know, ask God, hey, let me, you know, help me to help him right now. You know, just lead me what to say, and you know, thank God it all worked out. But yeah, I definitely remember that night. But it was a Friday night. I was on my way to the station.
Yeah.
To get some equipment, or get some information from G, so I could get to LA that Sunday. I was leaving to go to LA that Sunday for the Super Bowl. Yeah, I never forget that.
Man, like I say, thank you, man. Thank you. Now, mentioning this, now, you got one of the hottest spots on Media Row. Folks don't know that. I mean, I don't know if they know, but I know. Stopping by your tent or your spot on Media Row is this place to be. How did you build it? What did you do to get to that point where now 3-point conversion is your full-time job, if my memory serves me correctly, right?
Yeah, definitely, yep. You know what, man? Honestly, just keep at it. That was the thing. I just remember even coming to that space, because I got into media because I saw how the media was portraying athletes. You know, they felt like they could control the narrative, and I didn't like that, you know. And if they needed a story or needed a hot take, they would do anything to get it, to get that hot take, and to get whatever type of content they needed. I didn't like that, and I felt like the athletes never had a voice. So that's the reason why I got into journalism. And once I got in it, you know how I am. I'm very unique anyway. I think differently anyway. And I just like, this is just my plan. But when I got in, people were telling me, hey man, I mean, it's cool that you're independent, but now you're not going to get into the NFL. You're not going to get into NBA games. They don't like this, which was true. They didn't like independent, especially Black independent companies. They can't control you. So that was the truth. They didn't like it, and they were saying that they won't let you in. But they kept telling me that. My goal was, I'm about to crack this code. So my thing was, I guess what most people wouldn't do is to stand out. I don't know if you remember, Rick, but I grew a long beard.
Yes, sir.
My beard was longer than Rick Ross's beard, wider and all of that.
Right.
But I did that purposely, because when I walked in, especially because I was Black, I wanted everybody to look at me. Who is this guy? Who is this? Whether they thought I was a thug or whatever, but I knew all eyes were on me. And then because all eyes were on me, let me do my thing. And now you all will see, okay, this guy knows what he's doing, and it worked. You know, that was my goal, I wanted all eyes on me. I want you all to see what I can do. But I was so persistent and so determined not to prove everybody wrong, honestly, and I promise you I'm not doing this to sound good on the radio or anything like that, but because of that, they won't let us in. They're not going to let us in. That's what they were saying. They're not going to let you in. They don't like it. I wanted to create this path, and I was like, I'm going to break this code. I wanted to create a path so they'll be able to let us in and let people like myself, independent, who really know sports and really love sports. You know, no disrespect to any journalists out there that went to school for it, but sometimes you have journalists that's their job.
Right.
It's a difference between that's your job, but loving the sport.
Oh, say it again, bro.
You know?
Absolutely.
And that was my goal. I love the sport. And I went to school also, but I love the sport.
Right.
Like, I'm a fanatic. So I know it's a lot of people out here that love the sport that can do what you all are doing. You know, so hey, it was my thing. It was my I felt like it was my duty to, okay, let me create this space, let me be this example, and hey man, and then next thing you know, I promise you, I look up, you know, I'm covering NFL games, I'm covering, I just, you know, the moment the Super Bowl was in Atlanta, that was my first Super Bowl I got to cover and be a part of, and at that point, I never covered an NFL game in my life, but the fact that they let me in, I was shocked. And, you know, going up, I remember going to get my credentials, seeing the 3-point conversion, seeing my name, my company, and tears running down my eyes, you know.
Right.
And it was, you know, but like I said, just stay determined. That's the key, man. This is still times, believe it or not, I'm covering my 6th Super Bowl coming up. Yet still, I'm leaving the Super Bowl. I talked to all type of Hall of Famers and interviewed all type of current players, and I get home talking about this some BS because I'm not where I want to be. You got to stay determined. I mean, that's the good part. I mean, that means that this is not good enough. You know, it's something higher that I want. It's something I feel like I'm going to reach, and I can reach. But just stay determined, man. Don't let anyone stop you. I always said this. I'll stop right here. Anybody can tell you can't do it here. No, you can't do it here, and you couldn't do it in my space. Can't nobody tell you can't do it. And I always went by that. They can say, okay, you can't cover it in this space here because I control the space, but no one can tell me you can't be a journalist. You can't cover the NFL. You can't do this. No one can tell me that.
Right.
And I stuck by that, and that's what has gotten me where I am now.
All right. So your Bears found another head coach. Hey man, what y'all gonna do, man?
Hey man. Well, I don't know if you all been paying attention to what's going on in the news. So the Bears, they actually called. They called me last week, man. I got an interview too.
Okay.
Along with for the coaching job, along with Benny the Bull, Harry the Hawk.
Yes, sir.
You're not gonna interview everybody.
Yes, sir.
Everybody to interview, so I don't know what's going on.
If you need a water boy, I got you.
I didn't like it at first. I was embarrassed by it. Like, why are we interviewing and requesting to interview everyone? I mean, we requested to interview the New York Giants offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Why?
I'll say that again. We requested to interview the New York Giants offensive coordinator.
Yes,
I was in the locker room for the Falcons. You know, it was cleanup day, the day after, as they call it, Black Monday, what have you. But the day after, you know, the season when they lost, you know, so they cleaned the locker. I'm in the locker room. I created a scene when I saw that, and I'm like, why are we requesting to interview everybody, even Arthur Smith? We just finished interviewing Arthur Smith, of all people. And I'm like, what is going on? But what I'm realizing now, when somebody hit me to the game, is they're doing it the right way. because they're interviewing everyone. It's like free consultation. Talking to everyone, getting everything. Okay, I like this about him. Okay, I like that about him. I don't like this about them. Okay, we don't want that. So now, when it gets down to the nitty gritty, you already have on paper what you like, what you noticed, what something that you might not have known that you liked, but in interviewing this guy, okay. And by the time you get down to your top three, now you really have a solidified plan and something to go by is where, okay, do they check off all the boxes or most of the boxes or what have you. So I get it now. But I don't know, man. We just need, I want an offensive coordinator, someone just steer Caleb Williams in the right direction. If we get that, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Well, this weekend is a big weekend. We got 4 games, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Well, actually 5 great games that's supposed to be played. And Monday, the national championship game. What you looking at for this weekend, Raph?
Let's back up for a second.
Okay.
Hey, Raphael, let's back up 1 second. I want to hear your thought. I just thought about this. I'm sorry to cut you off. But what you mentioned about like interviewing the coaches, I just want to get your take on the Rooney Rule. And
Yeah.
like,
Good question.
what are your thoughts on that
Yeah, I feel like
before we leave it?
I feel like when the Rooney Rule first came out, it was in good faith.
Right.
I mean, you look at Mr. Rooney,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mike Tomlin.
this is, I think, the one pass, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But Mr. Rooney, he he's looked at the league in a different way. And I felt like, hey, these black coaches should get a chance to interview, because remember at that time we weren't getting anything.
Right.
So it was in good faith. But I just feel like now, I know now,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things like, it's just, it's like affirmative action.
Right.
Let's just say we interviewed him, or let's hire this guy just because, and as far as affirmative action, let's hire this guy because we need a black person.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care about your qualifications. We just want to have you on so we can say, hey, we have a black person. Now we're done. We don't have to hire any more black people.
Right.
And it's like that. Now let's interview these guys so we can go through what we go through, and that's it.
Right.
And it's going about the wrong way now, because it was to not only give black assistant coaches or people who are coaches who are striving to be a head coach the chance to be interviewed, but it gave them a chance to get that experience of being interviewed, to know what to do next time or what have you if they don't get interviewed. But yeah, man, owners are taking advantage of this, or teams are taking advantage of this. It's just, all right, we interviewed this guy, we interviewed that guy. All right, we're finished. We know we're going to interview. It's a waste of time.
Right. It's like Marshawn Lynch said, I'm just here so I don't get fined. So they bring these coaches in so they don't get fined.
Yeah.
And that's about it. It's like Marshawn Lynch was on something back then. That we missed it. It went over our head then. But it's kind of like, and I thought about that when I see these. Like now, I'm excited because I see coaches turning down these interviews.
Yes. Because Aaron Glenn, he just turned down.
You're not going to do that to me.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Right. And that's what we need to do. Because man, don't get me started, because man, we started.
No, you got to get started. That's why you here.
Sports, but
We can talk about everything.
Bro, that's
sports
what we
related.
Look, it's like this. And to me, that's the problem. That's the problem with our community, period. My black people, is the fact that we won't stand up like an Aaron Glenn and say, look, we're not taking this.
Exactly.
We'll just complain about it. We'll go through with it. We'll talk after it's over. See, they wrong for this. No, sometimes, hey, I don't want it. No, we're not taking it. Go against it. When you go against them, when you show that you don't need them, that's when they realize they need you.
Right.
Absolutely.
The whole point of them is to let you know that they want you to know that you need us. That's how they feel.
Right.
You need us. But when you let them know, I don't need you,
Right.
then the light bulb comes on. Okay, they're onto us.
Yeah.
we really we really need him. We've been needed the whole time we've been in America.
Absolutely.
You know? It's just like that with football, but we don't want to let them know we don't need you.
Right.
Once that happens, and that's with anything, with striking, with everything, you know, what they always tell you, you know, I don't know if any of you all been in this position, but when you get in trouble, when you're at your job, whatever, especially when you're younger, whatever, what they tell you, how bad do you need this job? You need a job, don't you?
Right.
No, I don't need this job. When you come at them like that, and it's but because they hang that over you, or you need us, they can do whatever they want to do.
Right.
You're at their mercy. But like Aaron, go ahead. No, I'm good.
Right. And then go ahead. I'm sorry.
That shows something now.
Absolutely.
So now, if we do interview, we have to come correct.
Right, because you gotta know that it's twofold. Like they give these coaches these jobs, and not giving them bad jobs, not giving them a chance to turn anything around. So like Mayo, 1 year, 3-14, and that's gonna sit on his resume. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have the fortunate to for that to be overlooked. You know, like even Pierce, 1 year, 3-14. Like, so he go interview again. There's a chance he won't get the job, but then there's a lot of retreads going along, you know, and other coaches getting like my Titans. They coach 3-14, crappy quarterback, and he still got. They fired the GM, but kept the coach. And it was his first year, just like Mayo, just like Pierce. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so crazy out there, man. You know, and I just think America in general, like it's so crazy. Like if people think that it's equal, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta fight a little bit harder. I mean, we can get out. We gotta fight a little bit harder. We don't get the grace that other people get. You know what I'm saying? And it's frustrating sometimes. Like I hate to see like the Titans fire their general manager. Why are you firing him and not the coach? It should be a combo fire if he does anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
So.
Yeah. You know what though? With the Titans, that was a weird. So. I don't know if you know, we cover the Titans. So my company, we cover the Titans. I have a shout out to Courtney Griffin.
Oh, hey, let me lock you in now.
That
that's my team.
Titans.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock you in.
And Cortland, you know, Cortland is cool. Rand always been cool with us, talking to us, and every try to and told us, hey man, I'm gonna do more to get y'all in, and like cool. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm gonna be real honest. I personally think something happened along the way where I feel like this is an agreement. This is why. Okay. He just signed a contract last year.
Right.
A 4-year extension.
Uh-huh.
I don't, and look, I don't care how much owners, you know, white owners, whatever, feel like we're not going to give this black man a chance. They don't want to lose no money. Like they're not losing any money like that.
Right.
I feel like I don't know for sure. This is just my thinking. I feel like that was mutual.
Right.
Not after they just gave him an extension.
Right.
Yeah.
A 4-year extension.
Right.
So you know he's keeping that money.
Yes, sir.
So I'm wondering if it had to be something where it came to an agreement. Like you said, they butt heads, but it was like, look, this not work. We'll just let you go.
Right.
And they both agreed, or maybe he said, "Let me go," but it doesn't make sense. Like you said, you bring in you have a coach in his first year,
and no quarterback.
You can't. That's not on the GM. If you bring in a rookie head coach, that doesn't make sense. But yet still, he was able to bring in DeAndre Hopkins last year, which. I thought DeAndre was smoking crack. Like,
yes.
Why would you go to Tennessee?
Absolutely.
Hey, watch it.
That's the place where receivers go to die.
Right. And then he was able to bring in the best quarterback in the league in Janarius Sneed.
Mm-hmm.
Why does Janarius Sneed? Why does he want to come to Tennessee?
Right.
So Rand was doing something correct, or talking. You know how to talk and get people to come because he's getting high-profile players to a team that hadn't showed anything. And Randy just been here. This is the second year, I believe.
Hey, Raphael, don't do that to us, man. Like, we had top 5 defense. We didn't have no offense. We had top 5 defense. We break this Sneed, like we had Simmons. We had a top 5 defense, and we won 3 games. So
Exactly.
I'm gonna say that's credit to him.
No, exactly. That's my point.
Right.
The fact that he was able to bring in the best cornerback in the game, the best cornerback
I agree.
in the game.
Say it
To
again.
bring him in, and it was due to, and Steve wanted to come here after they talked, I guess, but the fact that he brought him here where you had no solidified quarterback, you had this young quarterback who himself, you don't know, the offense didn't look good, you don't know, you made some moves, they brought my guy from the Cowboys, the running back.
Pollard.
Pollard.
Yeah.
But still, and you had this rookie coach, but he was doing what he was supposed to do, and they let him go. But that's why I feel like they just won't let you go out there and sign you to a 4-year contract. That's
I agree.
Happening.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Right.
So I don't know with that, but yeah, man, it's insane, and I felt like Gerard Mayo. I felt like he was brought in to, okay, we just gonna have you come for 1 year. If he makes something miraculous happen, then we'll keep him for the most part.
Right.
We want Vrabel. We want another coach.
They wanted Vrabel from. I think they wanted Vrabel from.
But the thing is, you could have just hired him.
Yeah.
You'd have to like promise Mayo this job 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And make him in coaching waiting. Just set him up like that, you know what I'm saying? Now he got a bad mark on his resume. So as far as like head coaches, I don't see how it's gonna be hard for him to get another opportunity as a head coach. He got to fall back for a few more years and be in the enemy mode, you know what I'm saying? As far as like his opportunities, you know, that's my take on it. Like you brought him in. You knew you were 3-14 last year with Belichick. You gave him the same offense back, same pieces. What he's supposed to do?
With a rookie quarterback.
With a rookie, right.
Well, a promising rookie quarterback.
Right. Well, yeah. Before they had Matt Jones, right. Yeah.
So they actually got a promising rookie quarterback.
Now they got one on the bench too.
Yeah.
Why?
And don't forget Antonio
Pierce.
Pierce.
Yeah.
The fact that you did nothing to help him.
Nothing.
Trade away Hopkins.
Yeah.
Then get a quarterback in. Come on.
Right. Nothing to help him, and then you let him go. I mean, he dealt with quarterback injuries all year long. You know, and you let him go. But this is probably the worst time to be a coach. Thank God for Arthur Blank being so loyal. He didn't get fired. Because
somebody he need to fire himself.
This is the worst time to have a coach, right? To be that first year coach, black coach,
right.
Because you have so many coaches and so many offensive coordinators who are hot right now that you're trying to get your hands on.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, football. Hey, and Raiders they let Jacobs go.
Yeah.
So you are the receiver. They had right.
Yeah. Left man with nothing, and you expect him to. Yeah.
So if you put a quarterback, keep Hopkins, keep Jacobs, you draft Brock. You working with something. You cooking with something. You got some grease.
Yeah.
At least.
Right. Right. And to answer your question, Rick, as far as this weekend, first of all, I'm excited to look at the fact that it's probably the first time in NFL history, it has to be, where in the divisional round, we have
let me tell you, on Saturday at the 4:30 game, you got the Texans versus the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And at 8 o'clock, you got the Commanders versus the Lions.
Yes, 8 games.
Right.
And then on Sunday at 3 o'clock, you got the Rams versus the Eagles, and the game we all been waiting on, the Ravens versus the Bills at 6:30.
We all
right. And look at this. This got to be the first time in NFL history to where you have
3, 4
black quarterbacks.
4 black quarterbacks. Yeah.
At this point, white quarterbacks.
Mhm.
We have 5 black quarterbacks playing right now.
Mhm.
That's so that's lovely. To
Yeah,
see,
absolutely.
Okay.
yeah, but no man, there's some big games. I'm gonna say this before we get to the big game. This Kansas City Houston game, I think is more intriguing than what people
Absolutely.
are giving it. I'm gonna tell you why. Remember they met, I think 2 or 3 weeks before the season was over with,
Mm-hmm.
and on a Saturday, Houston kept up with Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why Kansas City kind of blew it away. Remember, Tank Dell got injured,
Mm-hmm.
and Texans were distraught. Remember, C.J. Stroud was crying
Right.
Mhm.
when he was on the cart when Tank Dell was on the cart. Other players, tears coming down, they were distraught, so they were just weren't in the game. But this is
Right.
why this game is interesting. The Kansas City Chiefs, they're 16-1, but they haven't been winning because they've been dominant.
Mm-hmm.
But they're winning because they still have that
Pedigree.
fear factor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, pedigree.
When it gets close,
Mm-hmm.
teams break down. I mean, think about all the teams that could have beaten them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was Denver getting the blocked field goal, the
Mhm.
Falcons,
Mhm.
Baltimore Ravens. I could go on and on and on.
Yep.
Yep.
Where teams, you could tell teams had that fear. When it got close, it was like, oh,
How can I beat Mahomes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like playing your father.
Yeah.
Or playing your big brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know somehow he's gonna come back and win.
Oh yeah.
Until you get over that hump and then you beat him, from then on, he's not scared like the bully, So I feel like teams still have that mentality where they're scared of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But the reason
They
I say
earned
it's
that
interesting
though.
Because say that again.
I said they earned that.
Yeah. They've earned it.
What? No, they've earned it. Yeah.
Right.
of
They
course.
earned that. The fear factor. They earned
Of course,
that.
but these teams have to stand up, and this is why it's interesting. You look
Mhm.
at the type of coach the Houston Texans have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huge fan,
Mm-hmm.
but
For sure.
if the Chiefs aren't able to run the ball effectively, those cornerbacks with Lassiter and Darren Stingley Jr., to me, I think that's the best tandem in NFL.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that Kelsey, I mean, he got hot at the end, but he's still not Kelsey.
Right.
He's not the guy that can tear you up like he's been doing
Mhm.
these last
Mhm.
few years.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
All the Texans need to do is run the ball, keep it close. They can win this game. They
Mhm.
can definitely win this game. But like I said, it's going to come down to, I mean, first of all, it's hard to beat Mahomes. If Mahomes had the ball at the end, it's just hard to beat him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not ain't just that, Raphael. He got more bullets.
Yeah.
You say he has more
He has
bullets?
more bullets right now. Even with the running back situation with having Pacheco back and Hunt. Then you talking about all the receivers at Hollywood back. You got B Hop. You got everybody but Rice. Bullets.
But
And
it seems like those bullets hasn't been.
Well,
though they haven't.
well,
been,
right.
I mean, they could get hot.
They can, but
That's
what the difference is with me with Andy Reid, he find creative ways to get them involved. Where you
Absolutely.
the in around, the stuff I hate, which are little short bubble screens with the receiver, especially with Worthy. Right. You got Hard. You know what I'm saying? Like he just has bullets.
Yeah.
They can put on the field.
But honestly, and you're right, they do. And to me, Hollywood is that guy where
Yeah.
I think he's going to be the difference because you still hadn't seen them unleash Hollywood. And
Right.
Kansas City had all this time
Right.
to practice and everything, so
Right.
this could be a new wrinkle. But
Mhm.
at the same time, throughout the season,
Mhm.
even besides
agree.
Hollywood,
Mhm.
with all those bullets they have, even DeAndre's been playing well, yet still, every time when they're playing someone, the game comes down to the last drive,
Right.
Yep.
whether the other team could win or not. So what I'm saying is,
Mhm.
with Houston, if Houston some type of way, if they can find composure
Mhm.
and not be scared of this big bad bully, I'm just telling you, this game
I agree.
very
I
interesting.
agree.
Yep.
I think, especially if they still had Diggs, I think it would be really interesting. But I mean, and I think Collins, he back, but he not fully healthy yet. But he's still, out there doing what he need to do. But he not Nico Collins before he got that injury. So he's a game changer.
Yes, Mixon.
And Mixon, right?
If he gets off,
Well,
that's what they need to do.
Well, this is the thing. Without Stephon Diggs being there and with Collins being half himself, if you look at Mixon was killing the league early on when he got to Houston. And the last few weeks with all the receiver injuries, they just load the box and he can't get off. And he gonna have to be able to get off to help them. And I think Kansas City, they got Chris Johnson coming back. I think they're gonna load the box again and they're gonna make Stroud beat them with one receiver. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be really hard for him. You know what I'm saying? Like even back early on, if you think about it, Mixon used to catch a lot of balls out the backfield. He ain't doing that now. And the run game is dead with Houston. You look at the stats. Last 5 weeks, it's dead. Like Mixon he was getting like 20 plus carries, 100 plus yards, 150 combined receiving and rushing yards. He's not nowhere near that right now.
Yeah, he's not getting that right.
He's not getting touches.
And the reason why, like I said, and I'm not saying Houston's going to win, but the reason why I say this could be promising, and this could be close and interesting, what Houston did to the Chargers defense last week.
Yes.
That right there was like, okay, they showed me something different.
Oh yeah.
And true enough, the Chargers don't have the firepower like Houston, like a Kansas City Chiefs. But yet still with that defense, that's been their like go-to.
Yeah. I agree.
The Chargers has always kept them winning.
Right.
But the way that they played against that defense.
Right.
It was actually Houston, the Texans defense, actually, they turned them, they got 4 interceptions.
Right. That's how often he's ever done in the game.
But
so it's like a one-off,
But
so right, it happened right then.
Yeah.
So
can the defense create enough?
They're gonna have to
second chances for their team.
I believe so. With Will Anderson playing as best as he's ever played now.
Yeah.
The defense, and then like I said, the cornerback.
The tandem,
They so I think at this point, if it's on the safeties or the nickel, whoever, if they can cover those tight ends.
That too.
And those screens and Worthy and stop Worthy and bubble screens like you stated, because again, the game was the last game they played. Last time they played Chiefs, Week 16, the score was 17-17, and on a Tank Dell bomb for a touchdown, but that's when he blew his knee out.
Right.
And the game changed. So, and Hollywood played in this game, so that they know they could play with the Chiefs. I just felt like when Tank went down and you saw Stroud start crying. And
where was that game? That game was in Houston, right?
No.
So they got to go in the Arrowhead. And it's supposed to snow and all that crap coming this week. No, but I said the last game was in Houston.
I'm sorry.
They got to go to Arrowhead this week. So now we go to that other part of the game.
Yeah.
The dome, the weather, Southern teams.
Yes, the weather. Yep.
Well, yeah, because it didn't snow in Kansas, because they played in Kansas City.
Yeah, that last game was in Kansas City. Yeah.
That was about what, 6 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, that was about December 21st.
Yeah, right for Christmas.
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, it was cold.
It didn't snow, but it was cold.
Yeah, but the storm coming through this week, so it's supposed to be like snowing here in Athens and Atlanta on Tuesday. So there's a little front running there. So I just wonder how you think that's going to be a factor?
The weather.
It can be. I just feel like it definitely can be, but I just feel like the way that his name just slipped my mind. The coach for Kansas City,
Andy Reid.
Oh, it slipped my mind. But the way he's able to D'Amico Ryans get his team prepared, I felt like they would be ready.
Okay.
They would be ready to play. But playing cold is different. Playing in snow, that's a.
I agree.
If you from the South,
man,
look, you see how everybody was acting when it snowed here for.
I know, right?
Hey, shut it down. Everything shut it down.
That's a huge difference.
It's a big difference.
It just depends on that. But if they can get past the weather, I'm not saying they're going to beat Kansas City. I picked Kansas City to win.
Right.
What I'm saying is
they got a shot.
Is more interesting.
Right. Than everybody think.
Like giving it.
Yeah.
All right. Do Jalen Daniels have a chance?
Yes.
To upset.
Yes.
Detroit?
Yes.
No, I wish he would, but no. It's not just Jalen Daniels
You're right.
against the Detroit Lions. One thing about the Detroit Lions that's going to be a big factor is the fact that they're physical.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Washington Commanders, they run the ball, but they're not a physical team.
Yeah.
Right. You're right. And the only reason I give him a shot is just because of their quarterback. You know, he can do different things. He's like a magician back there sometimes. And then on top of that, like Detroit, they not running with everything on the defensive side. They got a lot of injuries on defense. You know, they down to their second and third. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that's a bad thing because they really kind of still balling out. But for the most part, they hurting on defense right now. You know, they lost a lot of weapons on defense.
Yeah, they have.
So
they have. I just think that they're well coached.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
When is the last time we've seen the team offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator be the hottest coaches out there for a coaching job now?
Man.
Well, actually, on Philadelphia, when they lost both of their coordinators after the Super Bowl run. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was right.
Yeah.
Right. And
right.
It's just it's hard to beat this team because they're physical. I mean, everything about them, their mentality, the way they run the ball, even passing. This is a physical team defensively. Mm-hmm. Even with the players coming in and taking over for the Hutchinson and all the quarterbacks.
Everybody lost. Yeah,
they still play physical. Like nothing changes about this team.
Right.
And that's the only reason why I feel like they're going to beat Washington.
Right. I'm scared of magicians, man. Like he's like Lamar-esque. Like I hate magicians. You know, they add another caveat to the game. You know, like it could be slowed down, and as long as you keep their offense out the field and you stay out of 3 and outs and move the ball a little bit, even if you don't even score, you know, you keep the game close where it could just take one magical play from a magician. You know,
can they? So here's 2 questions I have.
Sure.
To combat that.
Mm-hmm.
First, can Washington's defense stop Detroit?
Yes, the only way we can do that.
I think so.
Well, no, they can't stop them. That's why I just said keep them off the field.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna touch the ball, but I'm just saying like your drives gotta be methodical, 6-7 minute drives, so you limit their opportunities because you put that high flying offense in the field, they're gonna score. So I'm saying like even if you don't score in that 7 minute stretch, you know you muddy the game, you shorten the game. The more touches you get Detroit with them weapons and golf, the way golf throwing that ball.
Yeah.
It
could be a blowout.
The best defense for Washington is to keep them on the sideline.
Yeah.
I mean,
here's the problem. But Detroit is the same way. That's how Detroit play. Detroit is not a one-hitter quitter.
Right.
They have the ability to do if they need to because you got a Jameson Williams.
Sure.
But they're methodical. We're going to run the ball. Montgomery's back now, so we're going to run Montgomery. We're going to run
Gibbs,
yeah.
We're going to have a 10 play drive.
And that's okay.
8 minutes.
That's okay.
That's Detroit.
Okay, that's okay.
So,
You can have your drive, but Washington just need the same. If they can do the same thing,
match.
that's what I'm saying.
Match
Slow
the
the game down because you're not gonna be. They can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna. No, you know Detroit's gonna score. You just want to limit their number of opportunities to give yourself a chance. You know, you go in as an underdog. You the 6th seed.
And here's the other question.
Okay.
Or I shouldn't say question, but I guess the other factor. As magical as Jayden is, this guy's still a rookie.
He is.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is we saw him throw the interception at the goal line or in the red zone last playoff game.
Sure.
You can't do that against Detroit.
No.
It's hard to do against anybody for the most part. Yeah, but I get you though. You're right. Can't.
Yeah,
they cannot.
And the reason why I bring up rookie because then it comes with it, especially you get to this game magnitude, and I think if anybody say, I used to be one of those people to say, well, hey, if he don't need experience, he's so good. I mean, experience is overrated. No, it's not.
No.
Playing in this type of game and that type of now, he's not the guy to get. I'm not saying he's going to get rattled by him because he reminds me of not the way he plays, but just his composure. He reminds me of a young Russell Wilson when his rookie year when they went on the road and beat the Washington Redskins at that time, and then came to Atlanta. And remember, they were down by 20 at the Mercedes-Benz. Was it the Dome there? Either or, wherever it was.
Right. And
he came back and took the lead with 30-something seconds left.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, right.
With Matt Ryan and Roddy White. And
they
right. The field goal to win the game.
Yeah.
But he reminds me of that. So I don't think he would necessarily get rattled, but just an experience in itself. Like that won't happen. You throw picks and do whatever and get it down by 20 to Detroit and you come back. That's not going to happen.
Right.
So I just think that factor right there is the only thing that's going to stand in. Well, not the only thing, but it's one of the big things that's going to stand in their way is that part. But if they can run the ball, if they can't run the ball, then it's over.
Right.
If Washington can run the ball, like you said, now you're giving your young quarterback, a chance to use his attributes.
Exactly. Game planning.
Lead you.
Game planning.
They have to run the ball.
Right.
They have to run the ball successfully.
Of course.
If they can't do that,
right.
I don't think they have a chance. So that's why you need to do those the option plays or the quarterback options.
How you feel about this? I think that they need to come out there. They need to have Robinson and Echo on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, put your bullets on the. You know what I'm saying? Put them on the field with him and the two receivers you got, and just. I mean, saying it's gonna come down for them. It's gonna be how they gonna game plan. Cause we already know, like you said, we already know what Detroit's about. We already know they'll beat the people on both sides of the ball. So it's gonna be watching game plan is to really shorten the game, in my opinion. Shorten the game and muddy the game.
Right.
Don't do anything crazy. Punt.
Can they do? Yeah.
Right. 4th and 2. Don't go for it. Punt the ball. Don't be scared to punt the ball at 4th and 2.
And take your points.
Take your field goals. If you're down there, take your field goals. Cause I heard Lamar I was on TikTok, and there was a situation in the game maybe against Pittsburgh, and they had an opportunity to go for it. Lamar said, "No, keep the field goal. I want to win." And this in the middle of the game. He understand how valuable points are. You know what I'm saying? Because think about all those times you go for 2 or whatever, it comes back and hunts you when you lose by 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't kick the field goal.
Oh yeah. Now
it's funny you saying that. Look at the team they played. Look at the team they're playing against. They learned that lesson last year in the NFC Championship.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're right, Rapheal.
Absolutely. Now let's get to Sunday games. We got the Rams and the Eagles at 3 o'clock. Yeah.
That's another interesting game. I'm gonna tell you why. You don't know what Eagles offense is gonna come out.
Absolutely.
And because of that, with the Rams is a scary team.
They are. They showed me Sunday. Yes.
Especially if they get Cooper Kupp involved. and when they get Cooper Kupp involved also, because you have a crafty running back.
Yeah.
Man.
And at number 17, something, boy.
Well, put Nuka.
That boy tough.
It's
bad. Panuka, that boy tough.
Panuka, yes sir.
That dude is the truth. So
Yeah.
you have Puka, Cooper Kupp, then you got Kyron Williams.
Right.
And Matthew Stafford is making plays.
Stafford is,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
He's not forcing anything.
No, he's not. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think Kupp may have his first catch to like the third quarter, late in the third quarter the other day.
And they come to him.
Right.
Now, again, they are playing the number one defense in the league. So, if I just say this, if Jalen Carter and the boys get to Stafford, it's a problem.
Yeah.
If they can't get to Stafford,
it's a problem. The other way.
then I think it's a problem. Right. And you don't know what Jalen you gonna get. You don't know what Jalen you're gonna get.
Absolutely.
Right.
Is Jalen gonna come out and ball out and throw the ball, or is he not? And you gotta remember, them rushers, man. Right now, I'll say it. I'll stand up, say it with my chest. The Rams had the best passing attack. I mean, pass rushers. I'll say that.
Oh yeah.
In the playoffs right now.
Yeah. And the defense biting.
Yeah.
They young.
They young. Yeah.
They young around the
hungry
young
and coming. Yeah.
Right.
Young.
So
they drafted well.
If they're able to get to Jalen, then it's going to be a problem. Now, the good thing is Jalen can use his legs.
Yeah.
And, of course, you got that number 26 in the back.
Yes, sir.
But I just think that at this point, now, like he was saying, Rams' best defense is going to be their offense. But, again, when you're playing against the best defense,
can you do it?
As long as they're able to keep Stafford upright and clean, Rams have a chance. And I think Rams can beat them.
Yeah, they got a shot too. I think there's some friction in Philadelphia right now.
Yeah,
this man is on the sideline reading a book.
It is some friction.
It made the best seller because he was getting the ball, so he was reading a book on the sideline. So you know he got issues right now.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nobody talking about it.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So there's gonna be some issues coming to the game.
Who? Winning. So if
right.
They'll be all right.
Yeah.
Especially right at this juncture right now, because it's all about winning. You know, versus the season. You trying to get your stats and But yeah, man, this is a very dangerous game for the people.
I mean, and if he can get AJ Brown early, get him going early. Quick look, a few quick hitters early.
They're gonna take that away.
Yeah,
I mean, he just need to go to Smith. He need to do what he did. Go to Smith. Gonna be wide open. Smith gonna have.
Well, let's get to the 6:30 game. The game that we all anticipate. Does Lamar get over the hump and win one of these games against the big boys in the playoffs? Can he beat Josh Allen?
Man, you know what? I'm wondering, can his coaches call a good game?
Right. Right.
Would they panic if they get down by 6 or 7 early and abandon the rushing game and go like they did last year against the Chiefs?
Absolutely. Chiefs, they panicked. They had that game. They panicked.
Absolutely.
They panicked.
Right.
But this is the key, though. I'm rooting for Lamar. I love my brother. So I'm rooting for him. The thing is, every playoff game that Josh Allen has played in, he has been the best player
on the field. Yeah.
And it's not like I'm not talking about playing against rinky-dink teams like last. I ain't gonna say that rinky-dink. Playing against quarterbacks like a Bo Nix. Bo Nix, I love Bo Nix. But no, he's done this against Mahomes.
Sure.
He's done this play Mahomes. He's done this against Joe Cool in Cincinnati. Like every time he's in the playoffs, when can you even think of a game where he didn't play great? Every game, even the games he lost, he's been the best player on the field. So I'm just wondering, he's going to show up. So now with Lamar, you got to show up. Or you got to show up and now I got to use Derrick Henry.
There you go.
Because to me, I have Buffalo winning this game. And I think that because of that factor, and I really believe the unsung hero, I mean, Josh Allen going to ball out, but the unsung hero is going to be James Cook.
You going to say that?
James Cook is balling. James Cook is balling. But
so
I'm taking it the other way. I'm going with the Ravens. And I think Lamar's going to make that one play at the end of the game that solidifies it.
Right. Yeah, I'm with the Ravens too. I got the Ravens too, but I don't think it's going to be on Lamar back. Lamar going to be nice. But going to be back of Derrick Henry.
You think the
They're
king?
going to pound the ball. Pound the ball, and Lamar can make a couple plays,
Yeah.
He's probably Derrick Henry probably gonna rush 26 times, and Lamar's probably gonna run 14 times. So it's like almost 40, 50 runs.
Yeah.
Between them, they'll run for 300 yards on Buffalo and walk away with this one.
That you talking about? These are two great defenses now.
Yeah, this
To me is the quarterbacks cancel each other out and the defenses cancel each other out. Who's gonna be that one?
We just said it.
Henry. And I think Derrick Henry is that. I think Derrick Henry is the answer over my Georgia Bulldog. I think the Alabama guy over the Georgia Bulldog guy.
That's blasphemy.
Yeah, oh boy, it hurts saying
it.
It hurts saying it, but yeah, I think that's the key. Real quick, Monday night for the national championship, you got Notre Dame, who has a chance to have their head coach be the first black to win a national championship versus Ohio State, the $20 million team, who I believe if they don't win it Monday night, they won't ever win it. Who you got?
You know what? Let me say this real quick. Let's not forget Zay Flowers is probably not going to play Sunday.
Yes.
That's going to be a big factor.
Yes.
But going to that Ohio State Notre Dame game, that's tough. That we've seen how Ohio State and the quarterback play with Ohio State has changed drastically, right? In the last few games. Right. And they got their wide receiver core is outstanding. But Notre Dame plays to the drum of their coach. That tough, minded, physical, we're going to out-physical you. It's going to come down to wheels. Whose wheel is stronger?
Yeah, I agree.
And it's tough. It's hard. It's tough. This is hard, Rick. I think I don't know. I think Ohio State should come out on top. They should. But that's the key word, not exclamation mark, but in quotations.
Yes.
Should. Yeah. I just feel like some way, somehow, Notre Dame's going to find a way.
And make history.
Win this game. Yeah, they're going to make history.
Yeah, I'm riding Notre Dame too.
This is going to be on Martin Luther King's holiday.
Oh,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a lot right now that's going. You're going to be having grandmas at home singing "We Shall Become." Going on.
I don't know about that. Some people may look at the other factors and not say that. The off the field. Some people may look at the off the field factors and not say that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna visit that else. I'm just saying. I just throwing it out there. Everybody ain't really pulling for him like that because of the off the field situations.
Well, Rapheal, my wife is tired.
She's dead.
She said we gotta
Roll
go.
the eyes.
So please let us know where we can find you at, my brother.
Man, first of all, thank y'all for having me and letting me come on and share the space with you all. Definitely, Rick, I'm proud of you, bro. Glad to see you back, man. You know,
Thank you.
our world missed you.
Mm-hmm.
You back, so
Yes, sir.
good to have you, man. And
Sure.
hey, you can find me on all social media platforms. Well, first of all, you can go to the 3pointconversion.com. You go to our website. We have articles there on all sports, but you can definitely find me on social media. Find a company on social media. Just look for the the number 3,
That's why I
and
messed up that.
spell out point and conversion, the 3-point conversion. And we're on all social media platforms. I'm telling you, even on TikTok.
Right.
Well, I guess TikTok's a new thing now, but you know. But we're on all of that. YouTube, and you're gonna get updates of everything that's going on in sports. You're gonna get press conferences. You're gonna get the behind the scenes stuff. You're gonna get all of that with a 3-point conversion. And you can follow me at Controversy. No, actually, I changed it. It's go to R.A. Haynes _21. R.A. Haynes, Ra Haynes _21 on all social media platforms. And yeah, man, always talking sports. But hey, appreciate it again, fellas. I had a great time.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Like I say, I will be following you, keeping up with you. So thank you for stepping in the barbershop. You know, you're always welcome in the barbershop. We finna get ready to shut this thing down. This game of life, this game we call life is a series of moments. The past, it's just that the past. Learn from it and be thankful for it. The future, prepare for it. It's coming. Let's get to the next one. The present, it's a gift. Enjoy the journey. Take pictures. And most of all, thank God. Hey, y'all, it's time to sweep the floors, clean the clippers. We're going to run in and hit this bathroom all together as a joint family. We're going to clean the bathroom together. The shop is closed. Peace.
All right, Raphael. Be safe, bro. What the hell?
Yo.